Good evening, CTFO Team Genesis associates and guests. My name is Janet Larson-Meyer, and I'm an Executive Vice President here. We're delighted to have you with us this evening, and boy, do we have a special presentation in store for you. Let me set the stage here tonight by taking you back to a scene from a popular movie from the 90s called Jerry Maguire. For those of you who've seen it, you surely remember that unforgettable moment in the film when Jerry's client Rod insists that Jerry passionately and convincingly chant his favorite phrase, "Show me the money." That's exactly what our guest speaker is going to do for us here tonight. We're going to spend the next 30 minutes showing you the money by doing a deep dive into our unique hybrid compensation plan that was specifically designed to give everyone the chance to earn a supplemental to outrageous income, sharing one of the most popular products in the world today. Understanding this compensation plan can help you quite literally change the future outcome for not only you, but for your friends, family, and everyone you share this unique business model with. Before he gets started, I'd like to tell you just a few things about him. Joe is currently an executive vice president with his sights set on becoming a presidential director this year. He has 25 years of success in the industry, and he's built 4 million-dollar organizations. That track record of experience and achievement has given him some valuable insights on the type of pay plans that work and also the kind that don't work. Joe was invited to present to us tonight because he has an unparalleled ability to explain all of that in straightforward language so you can fully appreciate what's available here and avoid the obstacles and traps often found in other models. One more thing about Joe. Just like you and me, he has a big why. He's a committed family leader with a beautiful wife and 4 amazing children. He's driven each day to provide for his family the kind of lifestyle he wants them to enjoy. So how can you live the kind of lifestyle you want? By embracing opportunity when it's staring you right in the face. CTFO is that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Just think about it. Our line of CBD products are the hottest products in the world today. Your timing couldn't be better, as all the key factors that create for wins in this industry are coming together today. And as Joe will show you, everyone has a real shot at success here, working a compensation plan that's minus the gimmicks and gotchas you often see in this industry. So now, without further ado, I'm turning this webinar over to Joe to show us the money.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that warm welcome, Janet. Let me get started here. Let me tell you guys just a little bit about why I'm even here. I was pretty much semi-retired in the industry, and I was on my way out. I was just going to collect residuals and be done with it. And I just was tired of all the things that you put up with in this industry. People having to spend a lot of money to get in. People having to spend, $200-300 a month just to keep active, and trying to train everybody else to do the same. And it gets old after a while when people are just dropping off. And there were just too many things that, kind of the gimmies and the gotchas that you don't really know before you get headlong into one of these direct sales companies. So I was pretty much done and out until I got a call from my buddy Klaus, who most of you know. And I had been looking at CBD oil. Our youngest is on the spectrum, the autism spectrum. So we've been looking at it for a couple of years and kind of thinking, should we put him on or should we not? And that's kind of how this got started. So when he called, I had an immediate interest in at least looking into the product. And yeah, whatever. And I took a spot, and when I understood all the interesting things that CTFO has eliminated from the day-to-day grind, and they've gotten rid of, like Janet mentioned, the gimmies and the gotchas. There's no cost at all to get in. There's no monthly fees. There's no residual fees. If people want to order, they order from their own website with their own credit card, drop ship stuff to their own doorstep. They do it. You can't really sell it to them. So it really pulled the sales aspect totally out of the courting. You're not really courting, in typical networking, because it's $300, $400, $500 just to get in. You're calling someone up, you're sharing with them, what's going on. You send them some information, whether through the mail in the past, now through email, through text, something like that. They review the information. You might meet them for coffee. You sit down. You're basically courting people just to get them to join. Well, all that's been eliminated with CTFO. Basically say, get in, it's free. I mean, there's really nothing, you're not selling them anything. You can't sell them anything. And so it became very easy. When I saw this, it kind of blew me away. And literally within, I think, a day or two, I might have had 5 or 10 people in because I just said, just get in, it's free. And I started seeing this explode, and then it went to 20 and then 100 and then 150. And it happened overnight. It happened so fast. I thought, well, maybe I should actually attack this and actually build this thing. And that's what happened. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you the compensation plan, because this is a hybrid compensation plan, very unique, and it actually helps people not only create income, but create residual income. You say, well, how so? Keep in mind, the leaders in this industry and people get involved in this industry for one and only one reason, not to build income, to really build long-term walk-away residual income. But the key was walk-away residual income. The only way you can have walk-away residual income is if you have products that are so good that if you eliminate the opportunity, they still want to take the product. And that, my friends, is what we have here. Don't take my word for it. Most of you should already know this. The media, TV, radio, online, they're doing it all for us. I mean, you don't even have to say a word. Just hop on Google, hop on YouTube, listen to the radio. You'll hear CBD. And when people, they say to you, well, I've never heard of CBD before. When you mention it to them, right after you've mentioned it to them, they start hearing about it almost every other day. But they never really heard about it before. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like that kid in school that you didn't know, and then you met him somewhere else, like in church. You go to my school, and then you start seeing him every other day, every week in school. Kind of the same thing here. CBD is everywhere, and the media is doing all the advertising for us. And I got to add one thing to that media. It's all positive. And I've got to hone in on one thing. I've been in this industry over 25 years. I have never seen a product that is harnessed by the medical community and by the media, and almost 100% of the information that is shared is positive. Never seen it, ever, until now. So that adds another facet to this entire opportunity to where you guys should be thinking, my gosh, I really could build this. And keep in mind, this isn't just here we're talking about. We're going to be taking this to over 40 countries around the world. If you want a little piece of every little country around the world, you're going to have it here. Let me take you into the comp plan here and show you what's going on. Now, we have 3 different parts to this compensation plan. We have a unilevel plan that's we call it the front end pay. I'm going to show you every single one of these in detail. You will know this compensation plan when I get done here. Okay, so the unilevel is the front end plan. The 3x21 level matrix is the back end plan, and then there's an icing on the cake. I'll call it the infinity bonuses that are paid out. Now the unilevel plan looks like this. You go out and you basically can enroll people on your first level. So this first line that you're looking at, where my cursor is, you go out and every person that you personally enroll is put on your first level right here. This is called the unilevel. Okay, and when they go out and they put people on their first level, that's your second level, and then the third and the fourth, etc. That's the unilevel. And then we have something over here called the matrix. Now, one thing I want to tell you about this matrix, and I'm going to be showing you a lot of tonight as well, this has absolutely nothing to do with your rank advancement as far as levels and all that type of stuff. It's just another way we get paid. The volume counts, but otherwise, you'll see here when I blow it, it's just another way we get paid. So let's start with the unilevel plan. You're going to go out and you're going to start introducing people to this business, right? And they're going to get in, and they're going to get in very quickly. And you say, well, how do you know, Joe? Because, guys, remember, I'm going to keep saying this over and over in this presentation, and I'm going to sound redundant. It's free. There is no cost to get in. So if you want your Aunt Zelda to get in, you say, hey, Aunt Zelda, here's my link, here's my URL, or here's my domain name. I'm going to send it over to you. Get going. You don't need a credit card. You don't need a social security number. It's free. Get your spot. They're going to send you 2 free websites. Really? Really? Boom. And then you can share with her what those 2 websites are. So everybody's going to be getting in. I never have anybody not get in because it's free. Free's better than cheap, right? So they're going to go out and they're going to start enrolling people who are going to enroll people who are going to enroll people. And that's kind of how it's going to look as it goes down. Some people will never do a thing. Other people will take off. It's just the way things happen. We get paid 20% on anybody that we personally enroll forever. So if you enroll this person right here, let's say it's John, and John orders today, he got in today and he orders today, you're going to get 20% of whatever the volume is. Okay, we call it BV, okay, business volume. Whatever his BV is, you're going to get 20% of that right today. Let's say he didn't order for another year. Well, that year comes up, you're going to get another 20%. Whenever he orders, you're always going to get 20%. That never goes away. Now, they're going to go out and they're going to be enrolling people as well. You're going to get 4%. They're going to get 20% on the people they enroll, but you're going to get 4%. So all the percentages that I'm showing you here tonight, they're what you are going to get paid. So you get 20% on your first level, 4% on your second level, 4% on your third level, 4% on your fourth level, and 4% on your fifth level. That, my friends, is called the front end pay. Okay? So you want to go out and you want to recruit, enroll. Remember, how much does it cost? It doesn't. It's free. They get in for free. Now remember, I'm going to keep talking about this free tonight because it's a big deal when building this business, and this sets us apart from everybody else. It's free. Why is that so important? Because in network marketing in the past, the reason people had a problem, and they could only go out and enroll maybe 1 or 2. I think they said the statistics was the average person in network marketing enrolled 2.1 people. You say, well, what do you mean 2.1? Well, that was the average. Some people did 3, some people did 0, but the average was about 2 to 2.5 people, let's say. That's all they could ever enroll. Different now because you can't sell them anything. So the sales aspect of it is gone. You shouldn't have that thing in your gut turning, thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to call my friend Mark. He's going to think you can't sell him anything. You've got to understand this big change here in direct sales. It's free. Relax, feel good about it, smile, take a deep breath. Just go enroll people. It's free. This is like giving things away for free. Here, it's free. Get in. You're going to get your own wholesale account. It's free. If they order or not, that's going to be based on you giving them information, them understanding how powerful these products are. Okay, so that's the unilevel plan. 20% on your first level, then 4, 4, 4, and 4. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the actual matrix. Now, in the whole background, while you're building this part of the plan right here, every single one of these people are being thrown into a matrix. You and I have no say-so in where these people go. They just show up like this, okay? Well, your first 3 people are going to be there, 1, 2, and 3. Then the next people show up there, and the next people here, and so on and so forth. And this is kind of how it fills in. It just fills in. But you can't say, well, I want this person to go right here. I want the next person to go right here. You and I don't have any say-so. They just drop into place. 3, 9, and it just goes all the way down like that. 27, 81, and it comes all the way down. 21 levels deep. That's huge. This gets into the billions on the 21st level. Okay? Now, you're not just going to get paid out 21 levels right out of the gate. You got to kind of qualify to get it. So let's take a look at this. When you come in, you're an associate, okay, and you're going to get paid 20% on your first level. Like I said, you're not really going to get anybody in your matrix until you become what's called a first level manager. I want you to understand what corporate did here. The qualifications to get paid on these levels is really a joke. To be a first level manager, you have to enroll 1 person. That's no problem. These products, like I said, are being touted everywhere as the greatest thing that has ever hit the market, ever. One of the biggest articles I read several months ago, it said that CBD is being touted as the greatest anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-anxiety compound on the planet. Okay, I mean, it's everybody from here to Israel to China, they're studying this all over the world. Second level manager, you enroll 2 people. Then you got to enroll 3 people and then 4 people. You just go out and enroll 4 people, you're able to collect down 14 levels. You just enroll 1, you can get down to your 7th level. And you say, well, what's the difference, Joe, between first level manager and senior manager? They're all 1 to 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 7. It's different percentages because typically it's 1% down 21 levels, and then your level 6 and 7 is 10%. But they'll give you different percentages along the way. It's kind of hard to explain, but I just want to show you this. The levels that you earn on, all you have to do is enroll 1 person, you get down 7 levels. You enroll 4 people, you're down 14 levels. Now, when you're rolling 31 days equals $5,000, let me explain something to you. In CTFO, the volume is for advancement. Your volume is calculated in US dollars spent, not business volume. Big difference. A lot easier. Okay. Usually, typically in companies, it's based on volume. And so you've got to do twice the amount of sales as the volume. Here, they take it straight dollar for dollar. So once your entire organization, infinitely wide, infinitely deep, does 5,000 US dollars in sales in a rolling 31 days. Joe, what do you mean by a rolling 31 days? If you take 31 days and average it out, average out what it is there in that month. If it's $5,000 for the month, you're going to be what's called a $5,000 executive manager. When you're rolling 31 days is 10,000, you're a $10,000 executive manager. When you do it in 15, you're a $15,000 executive manager. And then when you're vice president, it's $25,000. And then you can see the difference in the levels over here. You add another 2 levels here when you're a $5,000 executive manager. When you reach $10,000 executive manager, when your group's doing 10,000, you get an additional 2 levels. When you go to 15,000, you get another additional 2 levels. When you get to vice president, you're going to get your entire 21 levels. So let's now show you what that means. When you reach $25,000 in sales, remember I said infinitely wide all the way down. And I'm not even talking 21 levels. I'm talking all the way down. When you're rolling 31 days equals 25,000 US dollars in sales, you become a vice president. Okay? When you become a vice president, you've now hit, in this company, kind of the first part of the big time. Okay? Because what they're going to do is they're now going to give you an additional 3% all the way down to infinity. No, not 21 levels, all the way down. Okay? This is big because you have no idea how deep this is going to go. But you're getting an additional 3% on your entire organization. Remember, this is in addition to your unilevel, your 20%, your 4, 4, 4, and 4, and all the other percentages that I was showing you in the levels before that. You get an additional 3%. When your group volume sales here, when your 31 rolling sales goes to 50,000, it's a lot easier to go from 25,000 US dollars in 31 day sales as it does 50,000. When you get to 50,000, you're going to get an additional, look up here, an additional 4% or a total of 7% now, infinity bonus all the way down. This can start being some big money. When you go from 50 to 100, you get an additional 5%. This takes you to a total of 12% infinitely deep. And remember, this is in addition to, okay? So the money can get very big very quick because you have no say-so at how fast this grows. And because it's free to get in, it can grow very, very fast, almost in hyperspeed. Some of us have well over 100,000 people in the group. I mean, it goes fast because it's free, okay? No, not everybody orders, but you don't need everybody to order. You only need maybe even 10 to 20% to order. You don't need that many to order because once they get on, a lot of them aren't getting off. That's why it's residual, because they love this product and the media is behind it. Everybody's pushing it. There are more and more studies coming out, more and more TV shows coming out. Just start scanning TV at night. You'll see it. You'll start seeing all kinds of things about, hemp and medical marijuana. I mean, it's just becoming a big, big deal. Okay. Let's go on to the next. There's 3 vice president levels. Okay. We said vice president, that's 25,000 US dollars in a rolling 31 days. They give you 3%. Senior VP, they give you, that's hitting 50,000, you get another 4% on top of that. And then the executive VP is when you're rolling 31 days at 100,000. We went over this, another 5% for a total of 12. This is what I wanted to show you. Let's say you're an executive VP, and I know this may be confusing for a lot of you to look at, but this is the same slide that I had on when we were at 100,000, but I want to add in Diane. Let's say that one of the people that you enrolled is Diane, and Diane now just became a VP. Okay, what happens? Well, Diane now gets 3% of her own group, right? But she now took that 3% of her business, which is this is her business all the way down. It has nothing to do with the other side over here, just has to do with wherever she is all the way down below her. Here's what's going to happen. She is going to be making 3% of her group, but remember, you're making a total of 12, so you get the difference. So instead of making 12 on her, you're making 9%. She's getting the 3, you're still getting the other 9, the other 4 and the 5. You follow me? So you're getting 12% on everybody to infinity over here, but 9% over there. And that's how that happens, okay? So when she goes to the next level and she picks up the 4, she's going to be getting 7%. You're going to be getting the remainder right here, which is the 5, okay? Hope you understand that. If you go back over this, you will. Now I want to talk to you about what is the long-term gain in this company. And most leaders, they don't really understand how to focus on this, or people that want to become true leaders. And I've built several multi-million-dollar organizations, as Janet said earlier, and this is how you do this. One of the things that you want to understand is that if you focus on your first level, maybe your second level, and that's it, and think, well, all the other people below are the responsibility of the people that I enrolled or the people they enrolled, you will fail miserably trying to become a leader. Let me repeat that. A lot of people that never make any significant money in this industry, they focus on the people they bring in, and they might go to their second level and focus on their people. Rarely will they ever touch the second or the third, definitely not the fourth or fifth. They just won't do it. It's just, to them, it's not their responsibility. But what true leaders will do that are used to making $5 to $50, $100,000 a month, and you say, did he just say a month? Yes, I did. What these people do is they find leaders like this. And let's say this was John and he's on your first level. You go work your butt off, not only with John, but his entire organization. Let's say this person down here on your 4th level. Okay, you enrolled this one, who enrolled this one, who enrolled this one, who enrolled this one. If this one starts taking off, you drop all the way down here to your 4th level. This could be your 20th level. It doesn't matter. You find leaders below you that you say, this person right here, Sally, she has it. She has the it factor. This gal could go VP. And you go down and you do 3 ways, left and right with Sally, over and over and over again. Then you start dropping down here with John on her first level, and you're doing 3 ways to build these 3 people. And then you're grabbing Kelly right here, and you're doing 3 ways with Kelly to get these 3 people. And you're getting over here to Suzanne right here, and you're doing 3 ways with this person down here. You say, well, wait a minute, Joe, you're way down here on the 7th, 8th level. Exactly. You drive these legs as deep as you can. Okay, and that'll help this person right here become a VP. Then you might do the same thing over here. You go, this one's not doing much. They're not doing much. They're not doing much. They're not doing much. This person down here, Craig's kicking booty. You go work with Craig. Craig becomes a VP. You say, well, Joe, what benefit? And it always comes down to the benefit. What benefit to me is it to go all the way down if I'm pushing my levels down further away from the 21 levels? Very good question. If you guys want to become a presidential director, or in the long run, a top gun, you have to have 3 screaming legs. Now, what is a leg? A leg is, remember what I said here when you first got on the unilevel plan? Every person that you personally put in right here on the top, okay? These are legs. The great thing about how our compensation plan works is it doesn't matter what level a leader shows up in a leg, as long as they show up. It could be infinitely, it could be 30 levels deep. As long as, if this could be down here 30 levels deep right here, if Craig's 30 levels deep, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a leg right here that became VP, that's one leader leg view. Doesn't matter what level. Brilliant plan, by the way, in the company. Okay, so again, infinitely wide, infinitely deep. You're trying to find 3 legs, and somewhere in that leg, you've got a leader that's popped up. We call that a leader leg. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be first level, second level, third level, as long as they're there. So don't think that you're the one who's going to go out and enroll the leader. Usually doesn't work that way if you're driving your legs. Okay, so that's how you want to build this. Now you say, well, what about those 21 levels? What if I miss them? You're not going to miss them, and here's why. Let me go over this with you. Something else the owners put into place, which is probably one of the more brilliant things that they did. It's called PSPs, or profit sharing positions. What does that mean? Any person that you enroll from your 4th person on, okay, so you enroll person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, great. Your 4th person and on. Every time you enroll someone, again, your 4th person to infinity, every time you enroll someone in, you're getting another you that goes into the group. You say, well, how does that look, Joe? Well, let me show you. Okay, here you are. Let's say you're a VP. You don't need to be a VP. Let's say you're a VP. Okay, let's say you go out and you've got a VP here, and you've got other leaders. You've got a VP over here. You might even have one down here. I'm just showing you an organization. You don't need to have any VPs at all. I should have made this with no VPs. But let's say this is your organization. If you went out and you enrolled, where did my thing go? There it is. Let's say you enrolled this person, and this person, this person, this person. All these yellow ones that you're looking at are people that you enrolled who went in. They were your 4th. You put in this person, you put in this person, you put in this person. Now you put in a 4th person right here. You put in a 5th, you put in a 6th, you put in a 7th. And you say, well, Joe, does that ever work? There's a lot of people. Not only did I do this, not only did Klaus do this, I'm sure Janet did, but when I got in, I went out and got about 5 or 10 people in really quick without other people getting in yet. So I enrolled this one, I enrolled this one, I enrolled this one, I enrolled this one, 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 and this one. You say, well, my gosh, that's a lot of people. Yeah, I did. I went out and I enrolled a lot of people, but when this person went in right here, the 4th person, it immediately came over. Actually, the person that I put in here would have been here, and there would have been another me right here that went in above this person. So this was the 4th person that went in, and another Joe went in right here. And then I put in a 5th person right here, and another Joe went in right here. And I put in another person here, and this one went in. And that's how the PSPs work. So again, every time from your 4th person on, whenever you put someone new in, let's say you put in Kelly in, Kelly goes in, but there's another you going in on top of Kelly being dropped in. I hope that makes sense. So you're putting someone in, let's say this person's Kelly. There's another you that's going in right here. Now, here's the interesting thing about this new person, this new PSP, profit sharing position that went in. It gets paid the exact same way as this top position. It gets paid its own 21 level matrix. Now, let me repeat that. this becomes its own 21 level matrix. So it doesn't matter that you get 21 levels from here, level 1, level 2. In this person's eyes, because you're getting paid on this person as well, it's level 1, level 2, and it's getting paid separately from this person. So this person gets paid on everything right here, but it also double dips because it's getting paid on this new PSP. And this was a PSP right here too, because you dropped in John right here, but you went in above John. As it was going in, there was another U put in. You put in Sean right here. Well, there's another U that went in above Sean. You put in Darren right here. Well, there's another U that went in right here. You put in, whoever right here. And so all these people would be extra U's. And here's how they pay. This person right here would get paid exactly how you're getting paid up here, but this is another paycheck for you tied into your same paycheck. Same with that, same with that, same with that, same with that. That's how that works. And you say, well, Joe, what if you keep enrolling? I have some people, ladies and gentlemen, that have enrolled over 1,000 people. You say, my gosh, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. You say, well, how so? I don't know. They're running ads. They're talking to people. It's free to get in. This really becomes how fast can you give free away? I hope that made sense to you, what I just said. How fast can you give free away? Okay? Because every time you have a PSP that goes in, you get paid again and again and again. Okay? So you're getting paid on all of this right here, but then you're getting another 21 levels on this person, another 21 levels on this person, another one on, every one of these little rainbows or whatever you call them down here that you see, these arcs, they're getting paid separately the same way your original position is. They're all tied into one at the top, when you get a paycheck, but you're doubling and tripling up. Sometimes you can be getting quadruple pay on someone. I mean, it's just crazy. And that's how these paychecks get so big. And they get big and they go fast. That's why you want to keep enrolling, keep enrolling, keep enrolling, keep enrolling. Even if you enroll new people from your 4th level on and they don't order, you still get the PSP. You still get another profit sharing position. So if you've enrolled 103 people, let's say, you've got 100 extra U's that are in your matrix all getting paid the same way your top position is, but all rolling into one paycheck. I hope that all made sense. I just tried to tie it together there. These people that have enrolled, let's say 1,003, they've got 1,000 extra thems in there that are all getting paid. And sometimes they're doubling, tripling, quintupling up on all of this pay. It just gets crazy. And that's why we're going to have paychecks that are going way beyond some of our leaders. Some of our leaders are earning $20,000 per week. Per week. Here's the catch. It's residual income. Well, Joe, how's that residual? Because people, remember, they're ordering this product whether the opportunity is there or not because they know how important this product is, the CBD products. So keep in mind, we've been involved, the company's been around a little over a year. Most companies would have maybe 10 products out at best. This company has 70 products out and growing. 70. That's 70. That's nuts. So, and here's the other thing. These guys have continued to tell us over and over again, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to be coming out with more unique products, more unique patents, in innovations, then you guys just wait. They said, just wait. You haven't seen anything yet. This next year is going to be the greatest year you have ever seen. And we're just going to keep doing it over and over and over again. You guys are going to be making a fortune. And that's what you need to really understand. One thing, as far as being a leader, every one of you listening here tonight, if you plan on being a leader and you want to make the big bucks here and you want to be around long term, you have to be on auto ship. That's either auto ship or backup ship, either one. Okay, backup order or auto ship. They kind of both work the same way. Auto ship is basically saying, give me these 2 products every single month. Here's my credit card. Do it on this date every month. A backup order is basically saying, hey, give me till the end of the month. If I haven't ordered, I'm giving you permission to order this for me so that I always maintain, you know, my 47 BV, whatever I have to do it. So that's where I want to I want to end with a few other things I want to tell you. Guys, we're a little over 1 year into this, and I got 70 products in the line. The breakthrough products that are coming are going to blow us all away. I know of a couple, but they're going to blow you away. And remember, every time you're building a new customer and they're building other customers, it's just another piece of the residual that you're building for yourself. And I don't care if you've built up a $50 a week residual for yourself, or a $500 a week residual for yourself, or a $5,000 a week. Listen, people, you can't scoff at $50 or $100 a week if it's residual income. You can if it's a one-time pay. But when you're building a residual income, meaning that income is going to keep going because people are going to keep ordering because they love the product, and it's coming in every single, week, week after week after week. What better pay is that? Whether it's 50, if you can do 50, you can do 100. If you can do 100, you can do 500 a week. If you can do 500 a week, you can do 5,000 a week, and so on and so forth. That's how this thing works. We're going to be going into other countries, over 40 countries. Here's the one major thing that I can tell you that still baffles me. Because this thing moves so quick because it's free, it's very hard to keep up with who's in your downline. You almost have to dig and dig and dig to find out who really is in your downline, or make sure you're putting an email list together, or making sure your people on an email list so they can call you every once in a while. Because some of the people that are not active, there's a lot of people that just get in because they get a free thing, but they enrolled one or two people, who enrolled one person, who enrolled a leader. And I get calls out of the blue. I'm sure Klaus and Janet and a lot of the leaders do as well. Out of the blue, I'll get a call from someone like on my 12th level. Hey, Joe, this is Vinny. I've been in this business for, 3 months. I've got 100 active people, and I'm growing really fast. And you have no idea who these people are. And they've got these huge organizations that are starting to grow. They don't even know who their enroller is. You're the first upline they've ever called. And the only reason they called is because they got an email from you. And they thought, well, here's a leader. I never got a call from my sponsor, or I only got one call from my sponsor, but he's not really working the business. But hey, here seems to be a leader. I really want to build this. And they start calling you like from these levels that will blow you away. And it happens over and over again. Leaders pop up that's why you want to keep building, keep building, keep building. I had one leader named Roland call. He's now almost an executive VP. He called back when he's maybe 4 months. I was 4 months into the business. He called me up. He says, I have over 4,000 people in my organization. And I said, I was kind of like, I said, say what? No one knew who he was. And he didn't care. Again, he didn't care who his upline was. He didn't need his upline. He was building. He understood how big CBD was going to become, and he was not going to lose out on this opportunity. He wasn't going to miss it. And so we reached down to him, and we started working with him. And we've worked with him, met him at convention, on and on and on. And he's becoming one of the biggest leaders in this company. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you want to build, and you want to keep recruiting and keep digging, keep trying to find. Don't worry about your friend Janet that you put in. She put in her boyfriend Craig. Craig put in John. John put in Sally. Sally put in her mother. Her mother's kicking booty. You reach down and work with that mother. You don't need permission from anybody else. You go find these people and work with them. That is what's going to drive your business. I hope I'm getting through to you tonight. This is what's going to drive your business. This thing's going to get massive. If you want your group to get massive, reach into the depths, find the people that are ordering, find the people that want to work, find the people that are really into and work with them. Work with them day and night. Work with them every single day, every week. But you really want to get people beyond you. A few keys that you need to know moving forward, okay? If you want to succeed in this, you want to use several of the products yourself. That's number one. You want a testimonial. Some of you won't get a testimonial. A lot of you will. Okay? If you want to be on auto ship, you want to duplicate that. Okay. Number two, you want to make sure you're getting information to people. You say, what kind of information, Joe? Anything the company passes out, number one. Anything your upline's passing, make sure your downline's getting it. Okay. And lastly, you want to make sure that you are following up with these people over and over and over again, because until you get these people beyond you, you haven't done your job. You say, well, what does that mean? I've been training on this for years. Getting people beyond you is getting them to a point to where kind of like Roland or kind of like Vinny, they don't need me or Klaus or Jim. They don't need any of us to tell them what they have a hold of. They understand clearly what they have a hold of. And until they're there, they're not beyond you. You've got to get people beyond you. Okay? Make sure people are getting on these conference calls. Make sure they're, how do you get them beyond you? Make sure they get in the conference calls. Make sure they're on private Facebook pages. Make sure that they're getting certain emails or on your upline's email list. And make sure you get them to conference or convention if there's an annual convention. You got to get them beyond you. You get people beyond you, they become leaders. You want as many leaders in your organization as possible. Okay? Do three-way calls. That's the other way to get them beyond you. Once a brand new person comes in, if they're excited, get them on the phone with your upline, and then maybe one more upline. Make sure they have a direct connect to your upline, so they're not always looking to you to be a leader. You want them to have at least 2 or 3 people to call. Okay? Let me end with this. First year, company ended their last month with $40,000 in sales. That's it. It was in December. The next December is close to $3 million for the month. They're expecting a year from now to be $20 to $30 million a month. What you think about, that's a 10 times growth. You were at the right place at the right time with the right products, with the right company, with the right comp plan. You can't have it any better way. I mean, this is it, guys. It's time to run like you've never run before.